While reviewing the XL vs OG game, I noticed a really big mistake by Xerxe that could have been avoided if you just looked at set when he was spotted on the ward. So I wanted to go over it because I think not enough junglers do it, especially in pro play where it should happen consistently. So Set is going to walk from here to the enemy raptors and is going to be spotted on this ward. And when he's spotted, he's going to destroy it, so you have more than enough time to click on him and see his buffs and debuffs. So right now Set has 16 CS, this means that he did 4 camps. So he only has a few options. If he has double buffs, that means he either started red buff and then went raptors, wolves and then blue, or he started red buff, went red buff and then full blue side clear, or he started blue side and then cleared everything on blue side, went red and then came back up. So if you look at Set, you can see his debuff duration, and you'll see that blue buff has a shorter duration than red buff right now, and that means that he started on blue side, so that only leaves one option where he starts blue buff, he goes grump, he goes wolves, and then he goes red buff and then comes back up. If you know this, you know that Set doesn't have a jungle for the next minute and a half. So probably what he's going to be doing is he's going to take your raptors, he's going to take scuttle, and then he's either going to recall or he's going to path bot and get the bot side scuttle. And if you know all of this information, you can avoid everything that's about to happen to Xerxe in the next minute. So Xerxe ends up clearing the raptors that Set didn't take to reset the jungle, that's fine. And then he ends up pathing top, and this is really bad. So right now, if you've looked at Set, you know that he doesn't have topside jungle. It's going to respawn soon, but it's not there yet. And you know that he's very likely on bot side right now because he wants to take scuttle. And the only reason to ever path top in this situation is to try and cover Alphari because he's trying to crash the wave and then recall. So if you know that Set is bot side, there's no reason to do this because he's never dying 1v1 to Camille. And well, what this ends up making it so Xerxe is really behind, and it also makes it so Alphari shares a lot of EXP, which puts him behind when he really shouldn't. So because of this, Xerxe ends up showing himself, which is even worse. And now Set is really ahead. Is ahead by a level, pretty much, probably a little more. And Xerxe's clear is kind of doomed. And this could have been really easily avoided. Usually, what you want to do in this situation is you just look at the Set when he comes for your ward, and then you just path to your raptors. You take the raptors, you recall, and then you come bot. You take your bot side jungle. If Set shows up top for some reason, if he's a psychopath, then you just take bot side scuttle, and then you go for there is raptors, and then you're pretty much even or ahead, which is not really that bad. And Oren can just survive even if he dies once, so it's not terrible. The other thing is if Oren ends up dying because of the gank and then Camille has a freeze going, because Set was just topside and Kha'Zix was bot, then you can just path topside and you can undo the freeze and then you can clear your jungle again. So it's really efficient, and there's a lot of ways to answer whatever happens. But instead he ends up covering for way too long and he puts himself really behind. So yeah, it was just a really short video. I was going over the OG games and I saw this and I thought it was interesting to make a video out of it. Thanks for watching.